Hey geeks, it's Karthik and welcome back to Kotlin. Guys, in the previous video of Python end-to-end course tutorial, we have discussed about try, except, else and finally in Python. And in this video, we are going to discuss about something new which is called coroutine in Python. So before getting late, let's get started. Guys, before starting the video, make sure that you have liked this video, subscribe to Kotlin Docs channel and follow us on Instagram, and don't forget to check out kotlin1.pythonanywhere.com, in which you can learn more than 7 plus languages, and you can compile and run your code using this code playground section. And have a doubt and get stuck, so you can use this discussion section, in which you have to post your doubt username and doubt and the short description slug, and you will get instant answer. So guys, let's continue. As usual, we have to open our Visual Studio Code and create a new file. Just wait a second. Create a new file, and that file name gonna be coroutine.py. And guys, let me close this explorer. And guys, we all are familiar with function, which is also known as a subroutine, etc. And guys, a function is a sequence of instruction packed as a unit of I just mean as a unit to perform a certain task. When the logic of a complex function is divided into several self-contained steps that are themselves functions. And guys, then these functions are called helper function or subroutines. So guys, basically coroutines are generalization of subroutines. They are used for corporate multitasking where a process freely yield and is controlled periodically or when idle in order to enable multiple applications to be run simultaneously. The difference between coroutine and subroutine is, so guys, the unlike subroutines, coroutines have many entry points for suspending and resuming execution, and this coroutine can suspend its execution and transfer control to their coroutine and can resume again execution from the point it is left off. And guys, unlike subroutines, there is no main function to call coroutines in particular order and coordinates the results. Coroutines are cooperative, that means they link together to form a pipeline. One coroutine can may consume input data and send it to other, which process it. Finally, there may be a coroutine to display result. So guys, now coroutine. Guys, in Python, coroutines are similarly to generators, but with few extra methods, and a slight change is how we use yield a statement. And these generators produce data for iteration, while coroutines can also consume data. It is whatever value we send to coroutine is captured and returned by yield expression. A value can be sent to the coroutine by send method. For example, consider this coroutine which print out name having prefix dir in it. We will send names to coroutine using send method. So guys, now let's write some codes. So guys, let me zoom it for you, and you have to type def, and you have to type print underscore name, and then you have to type prefix, and then guys, you have to simply type print not prompt. You have to type print, and then guys, you have to type searching, something like this, and then guys, you have to type searching prefix and then curly brackets and dot format prefix, and then guys, we have to add try exception handling, something like this, and then we have to add a while loop, and here you have to type true, and then we have to type name, something like this, is equal to yield, something like this, and then guys, you have to type a if statement. You have to type if prefix in name, I have to give a space here, name, and then we have to type print and name. And after that, guys, we have to type accept. Not here. We have to type accept, uh, something like this, and we have to type generate exit, not generate. And guys, let me add a space here to make this readable. And then guys, we have to type print, and then guys, we have to type closing coroutine. I have to add double quotes, closing, just wait a second, closing coroutine. Then guys, we have to simply type, we have to first of all exit from this try except handling, and from the definition, not definition, from the function, which is print underscore name. Then we have to type coro, which is coroutine, is equal to print underscore name. And then we have to type dear. And then guys, we have to type coroutine, short form of coroutine, which is COROU, and dot underscore next underscore. Then guys, we have to add a parenthesis, something like this. Then we have to type coroutine, short form of coroutine, dot send method. So guys, this is the send method which we have discussed about. And then we have to type David, and then again let me copy this, I just want to duplicate this, and then we have to type dear David. And then guys, we have to type short form of coroutine, then close. And then guys, let me save this and run this file by clicking on this icon. And just wait a second guys, I don't know what happens right now. Let me fix this first. Okay guys, you can see there is an error. So guys, there's an error in this second line in the concatenation. So let's solve this first. So okay guys, you have to type something like this. You have to type def print underscore name and then prefix, then print searching prefix and curly brace and dot format prefix. And guys, make sure that the concatenation is perfect, and then you have to type try except handling and try while loop true, and name is equal to yield if prefix in name, print name, except generator exit, and then you have to type print closing coroutine, and then short form of coroutine, print underscore name dear coroutine, short coroutine dot name, not name, underscore next, and then coroutine dot send, coroutine dot close. And guys, now let's run this file. So you can see guys, searching prefix dear David, closing coroutine is printed. So guys, I hope you understand this coroutine concept in Python. And guys, in the next tutorial we will learn something more about Python. So till then, bye bye, see you later and take care.